Hey people, I'm live. Welcome to the Friday evening stream. And it is a very pleasant 25 Celsius or thereabouts. Feeling a bit warmer with the Humidex, maybe like 30 degrees or so with the Humidex. And I'm overlooking Bayview Avenue here. I'm in between Riverdale Park West in that direction, and Riverdale Park East is right over here. And way up ahead walking, you can see a young man who I've run into before in a previous live stream, and he was with his mother, who you might know from the live chat, and she's right here. Learn to Live from the chat. I ran into them for the second time while doing a live stream on the steps over in Riverdale Park East, and we thought that was a pretty weird coincidence, right?
2 times.
2 times, yep. And she's here from Cuba for the next month or so. Her son Manuel up ahead lives in Toronto. So yeah, this is a weird run-in for the second time. We were kind of both flabbergasted, right?
Universalized.
Yeah.
You have to make that wish.
Yeah.
They say it comes true.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we're going to make our way over to Riverdale Park East. I think that's where her and Manuel were headed. So let's see who we got in the chat here. Hey, Gertrude is here. How you doing? And Vivian Johnson. Hey, Visit, how you doing? Robert Parker. Alan K, what's up? Chatty Cathy. Wesley Torres.
The usual crowd.
Yep. Hey, Jacqueline S. Hello, Ida. Hey, Euro Bumblefoot and Marge. Hey, Divyesh, hello. David Banger Main is here. What's up? Jacqueline S. Marie Palmer, what is up? John Nicholson. Steve Mikra, hello. And Brad Palmer and Debbie. Good to see everyone. Kevin Hawthorne, just walking over the Don Valley Parkway. Hey, Funny Dog, how you doing? Matt Bross, Gordon Freeman. Hello, Paolo, how you doing? Crikey, Cheesy Rider, John Burke. Good to see everyone. And Virginia Wedlake is here. Hey, what's up? Hunter Stewart Hobbies. Alright, so we're coming into Riverdale Park East, and I thought I'd check this out because just a day or two ago drinking in the parks was made legal, and this is one of the parks. It was something like 27 parks around the city where drinking has become legalized. It's a pilot program in effect. So I thought I'd just take a walk through Riverdale Park East just to see how many people are enjoying their beverages. Yeah, okay. All right, so there goes Learn to Live.
Bye everyone. See you next chat.
Yeah, it was awesome seeing her in person again. All right, see you. Hey, Crows and Ravens, hello. TGIF. Hey, Christos. Hey, Vidika, how you doing? Yeah, I think this is long overdue, right? People have been doing it anyway for years now, and the police have often just looked the other way, except in extreme cases where intervention was required, but those seem to be rare enough. I think people can handle having a alcoholic beverage in a park. Hey Pamela, how you doing? So I'll just take us on a little walk where the people are hanging out here. And then I'm going to make my way up to Danforth Avenue and we'll start a nice long trek east along the Danforth. Hey Lisa, how you doing? The grass is really quite overgrown here. I feel like I'm walking through a bit of a jungle situation. There's the big hill over there, but I'm going to walk up this less steep hill. I have walked up the big hill before though, without too much trouble. There's no outward signs of people boozing it up or anything, but I'm sure they might have a drink at their side. People got their little circles. Hey, funny dog, $5. A spiked root beer. Thank you very much, funny dog. Now I can bring it to this park and a bunch of other ones. Hey, Darren Ross. Yeah, the weather is very nice.
Hey, Ken. Watch me right now.
Oh, nice. Are you enjoying a nice day at the park? You enjoying a nice day at the park? Yeah, nice. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome, awesome. Well, have a great day. Thank you. Okay, you too. See ya. I was watching my stream, chilling at the park with a beverage. All right, we're up at Broadview Avenue. And look at lots of people. This gimbal is not the easiest one to control. There we go. So, ran into 3 viewers already. 4 maybe, if the young lady that he was with also watches. What are these people doing on the lawn? They're chillaxing and they're looking at the view. There's an awesome view from here, but it's fairly shady in spots, sunny in other spots, depending on your preference. Yeah, the sunset is approaching also. This is an excellent spot to watch the sunset with the awesome view of the skyline. You can see right here. I don't think I've seen this many people here all summer so far. Yeah, it sure is pretty for sure. But sunset isn't for another hour at least, so unfortunately I can't hang around for that. But I'll come back at another time where we'll maybe catch the sunset. But check out the view of the skyline though. Every time I come here, it still kind of blows me away, even though it's been dozens and dozens of times. See that building with the crane under construction? I live literally right beside that building, so just my building is directly behind that building. Hey Naz, how you doing? Canadian Giant. Yeah, to each their own. Vedika, I kind of prefer a city setting. I have a thing for tall buildings and skylines. That's right, that area is a bit thinner with skyscrapers, but there's at least a couple more proposals in that spot that will add a few more towers there. At one time, really, it was just the dense cluster down at the financial district that was all that stood out from this view. It was mostly lower buildings all the way up, and there was a couple of tall ones right at Yonge and Bloor, and that's it. And they weren't all that tall either, so this is completely transformed now. The skyline goes all the way up now. Yeah, Johnny and Charlie often frequent this area. That's right, this view is free. If you want to bring a beverage though, you'll have to pay for the beverage, but not for the view. Hey Chi, how you doing? Lots of people just having a nice chill time. Whenever I'm here, I'm usually in the process of recording a video or doing a stream, so I often don't just hang out. I don't think I've done that in the last 5 years actually, since I've been doing the channel. I'll have to do that one time, just come and chill here. Robert Parker, yeah, that was in Regent Park. I remember that. That was a few years ago, I think. Hey, the Laughing Man, hello. Hello, Giggles and Bernadette Marie. And you can see they're replacing the streetcar tracks all along Broadview Avenue here. This will be shut down probably until the end of the summer or thereabouts. The park is called Riverdale Park East. And across the Don Valley is Riverdale Park West. Drinking is not permitted at Riverdale Park West, only at Riverdale Park East. No, not a subway line, they're just replacing the streetcar tracks, Robert. Hey, Jeanette, hello, hello. Got lots of people, I think, heading down to the park to check out the sunset later on. Hey, Whitby Dude, good evening.
Yeah, because I could work at the
Hey, welcome Midge Adams. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, good evening, Jeff. Robert Parker, yeah, Johnny and I streamed together on more than one occasion actually, but you might be thinking of the time when it was Johnny and Bevy, YHZ, from Halifax, who was visiting Toronto, and myself, and with Megan also. And I think Ryan Rides also showed up. So it was a whole little group of us. Ryan Rides goes by Quad Mods now. But there have been a few other times where Johnny and I streamed together. Hey, glad you had a good time, Giggles. We're just about at Danforth. I don't think I've been through Greektown on a Friday night in quite a while. I think it'll be pretty busy. I think all the patios will be full of people. Hey JD, howdy. Is that right, funny dog? Yeah, I believe it, Lisa. At least the Eaton Center is still doing good business since Nordstrom closed down. I think that mall is pretty resilient, being where it's located and how popular it is. It'll take more than a big department store closing to kind of kill the traffic through that mall.
But mine's also the most common name in the world. No, but this was my goal. It's like, you have my name all over the tattoo.
Alright, so we're gonna trek on eastward along Danforth Avenue. We're already over 200 concurrent viewers. Less than a half an hour in. That's awesome. Thank you, everyone. Only 58 likes. I'm sure that'll go up as we continue along. Ida only sees 19. Very odd. Looks like I'm going to have some nice shade the whole way. So that is very good for me. No complaints here. Thank you, Vivian. Yes, by all means, hit the like button if you're enjoying, and the subscribe and all that other stuff, you know, that YouTubers say. Like, share, subscribe, all of the above. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your worst enemy. It's all good. So who's playing tonight? Goth Babe. Well, that sounds intriguing. Anything you like? I don't know, Goth Babe sounds pretty good to me. And this tour bus looks sufficiently goth-like too, wouldn't you say? Hey, Foil Hat, how you doing? Hey, awesome, Lisa. Hey, Dahlia, hello, hello. Good to have you here.
We're on the same page, yeah.
Yeah, Steve Vai was on there. Cops Records. Does she really love Cops Records? I don't know about that. Well, maybe she does, who knows. ATO, I'm touched. I'm very touched. Hey, hey, Nico Tommy, hello. And Joe Smith, what is up? We're heading east on Danforth Avenue. What record would I buy? Are we talking any record from any time? Or the ones that were in that window right there? I think in that window I would buy the Weezer album. And if I could buy any record that exists, it would be the Butcher cover of the Beatles, their infamous Butcher cover that was kind of banned or removed from circulation. It's extremely rare now and worth a lot of money. Is this live music up ahead? Yeah, it is. Okay. Hey, Heriberto, hello. Drum solo. away, boys. Hello. Good. How are you?
See you all the time.
You?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a YouTuber.
I'm a local YouTuber guy. Yeah.
I will show you that tomorrow.
Go ahead.
Oh, great!
Hey, Wing Zero, how you doing? That fellow is also a viewer up ahead there. I try, Wing Zero. I do the best I can. It's hard though when you're an omnipotent being. Hello. Yeah, that is a really old video, Whitby dude. Hey, we're coming into Greektown. Welcome to Greektown. Yeah, that's on my older channel before I started this channel. Yeah, it's pretty neat giggles. It doesn't happen to me as often as it does to Mr. Strides, but it's fun when it happens. Hey, Intuitive Imprints, how you doing? There's people lined up here for something. Dahlia, did I miss some of your messages? I think they just went by too quick for me to see. Of course I still like you. I think we're coming into the heart of Greektown. Alexander the Great Parquet is just up ahead. Lots of interesting stickers on this mailbox here. parquet. Let's go check it out. Is that your communist sticker, Gordon? Okay, now I see your message, Dahlia. I scrolled back here. You met Shawn Mendes. That is, and Post Malone? Or you just met Shawn Mendes? Well, that is pretty cool. Sometimes a guy named Shawn Mendes pops up in the live chat here. I just think it would be funny if an actual celebrity just liked to watch walk tubing live streams. Like, why not? They're humans too, right? I'm sure some famous people like to kick back at home and just watch some YouTube. Especially celebrities who live in Toronto, right? Like Shawn Mendes. Or Rachel McAdams. Yeah, the patios are popping tonight. Right, Gertrude? Maybe I'll cross up ahead and we will take a peek at the skyline. It's an awesome skyline view looking straight down Danforth Avenue. Just of the Yorkville skyline, though, not the entire skyline. SG. I don't have a plan to do a walk in Oakville next week. In next week, I will be in a different place though. I won't be in Toronto, but I won't be in Oakville. In Noble Cost, yep. That's what this neighborhood is sort of known for. There's the skyline. I guess I'm in the completely wrong demographic, but I totally don't get the hype. I mean, whatever. What makes her stand above and beyond every other live actor, musician, performer, whatever, who plays Toronto. I don't really get it. I've ever done a walk through Riverdale Park. I think I have, funny dog, at least past it on the sidewalk. I'm not sure about through it though. I think I have walked right past it though. What? Toronto Tech and Transit. Henry, $25 super chat for a tasty treat. Holy moly, thank you very much, Henry. That is a very generous donation for sure. Thank you so much, dude. You can't go wrong with a tasty treat. And of course, Toronto Tech and Transit is another walktuber here in Toronto. He does many live streams, almost on a daily basis. And he does some pre-recorded videos as well. He just recently passed 2,000 subscribers, so things are on an upward swing. Hey, violin chick. We're crossing Pape Avenue and we've left Greektown. Well, we're about to leave Greektown, I guess, right after this next block or so. Hey, T-Dot. The banners still say Greektown. Hey, K1SM3 Triple T, hello, hello. And a new subway station will be going right here at Pape and Danforth for the Ontario line. So some of these buildings will be demolished here to make way for that station. And there's a proposal for a 49-story tower on that corner also to intensify the intersection. Hey, Wayne Cito. Yeah, I didn't think Dahlia was yelling using caps, but then again, caps is usually what someone would use to emphasize something that comes across as shouting in text form, so both sides are correct here. Vivian is just doing her modding properly, but I knew Dahlia wasn't yelling either. But I would prefer, I guess, not seeing all caps, if I had to say one or the other. As I see that, I get another all caps message here. Am I going in to pop into one of their bars for a drink? Don't plan to, SG. Don't plan to. And I won't take that as thinking you were yelling at me. Maybe her laptop is just stuck in caps mode. Release the caps mode. That's right, John O'Meara. And it is a long weekend. That is very true, yes. Well, for sure, Vivian. We don't want every message to be in caps mode, right? So keep doing what you're doing. Hey, Maroof. And we are leaving Greektown. All right. Now we're coming into the East Danforth. The street takes on a different character the further east you go. Tundra Music vintage guitars. I don't think I've noticed that before. That's a cool name. We're a bit south of the tundra, but nevertheless. Ah, nice breeze. Hi. Just for the record, I can read the chats perfectly fine whether they're in caps mode or not. Even if just regular lowercase, I can read it just fine, especially now that it's not bright and sunny anymore. I have no trouble reading the chats. Anyway, enough talk about caps mode, right? Let's just enjoy the walk. See, the sun is setting, getting a bit of a sunset effect here. That's right, Novocos.
Nice video.
Thank you. Novocos makes a good point there. Hey, Chris Mills, how you doing? Yeah, once the sunset takes effect a little more, I'll turn around again. Maybe we'll see some nice, beautiful colors looking towards the west. And Jeanette Morales, $10 towards the ice cream sandwich fund. Wow, thank you. Thank you very much, Jeanette, for contributing to the ever important ice cream sandwich fund. It is a summertime staple for sure. And I've seen this person's art all over the city in various murals and pieces downtown, all around. A very distinctive style. I bet you Lisa knows who does this. I guess that's the artist down here, but I can't really read it. Elin something or other. Hey, Scott Ehrman, it's hot and muggy. Well, yesterday was way worse. Today's not as hot. But mid-20s Celsius with a humidex hitting around 30. And Aaron Hockey, what is up? You like the green raccoon murals? Yeah. Eliner, is that what it says? K1SM3TTT? Or Eli and last name combined. Speaking of Eli, my cousin Eli, today is his 14th birthday. So I guess I'll be seeing him soon because they're moving back to Toronto from Vancouver very soon. So happy birthday to my nephew Eli today. I remember turning 14. That's when you go into high school and all that, and he'll be starting high school in September here in Toronto. He's probably pretty happy about that. Alan K, $5. Let's not forget the all-important burrito fund. Well, of course not. Thank you very much, Alan K. Another staple of the Ken Continuum diet. That one's all year round, not just a summer thing. Whoop, 9.9, engage. Yeah, I think many of you have seen Eli in some of my other videos. He's appeared a number of times. He might look and sound a little different though, maybe next time. At the age now where things start to change in a young man. I remember when I was 14, my voice had already changed to pretty much how it is now. So last time I saw Eli, his voice hadn't changed yet, so maybe that might have happened or is about to happen. Hey, Vincent Harris, how you doing? How are things in Brandon, Manitoba? Davies Dive, one of many dive bars along East Danforth. Yeah, that's right, Zelda is coming back. That's my sister's dog. Very energetic border collie. Very soon, Emma, very soon they'll be back in Toronto. Hey, Hadley Epstein, welcome. I'm doing very well. We're walking along East Danforth. Scott Briggs. Greenwood Avenue. If you head south down here, you'll eventually hit Gerrard Street and the beginning of Little India. That's right, Whippy Dude. Yeah, and Clark Kent, what is up? Maybe we'll see a nice phone booth for you, Clark Kent, for that all-important quick change. I'm not sure if East Danforth has any good phone booths. We'll keep an eye out. Let's do a sunset checkup. And Roma Check, hey, welcome, and thank you so much for the $10 ice cream sandwiches or yogurt, frozen yogurt sandwiches. Nice eating for a walk. Yes, it is indeed. And I like the sounds of a frozen yogurt sandwich, Romachek. Thank you very much for the generous super. And check out the sky. Does it look less colorful now? I think it looked a little nicer earlier. Hey, Antares, hello. All right, later, Gabby. Have a good evening. This was the old Allenby Theater from 1936. Nice Art Deco. And now it has two very mundane operations inside, a Circle K and a Tim Hortons. But at least the building is still here. And the marquee. Awesome, Christos. Not a bad way to spend an evening. Yeah, that's true, Giggles. And at least with a Circle K there, you know that strange things are afoot inside there at all times. A little Bill and Ted inside humor there. Blade Runner, yeah, I've never seen it in a theater, you know, I've only ever seen it on TV. But I have seen it 1,000 times also. I think I own 3 different versions of Blade Runner. The original theatrical version, and then another version, and then the director's cut. There's been many different versions of that movie. Check it out, Giggles. You know, when it first came out, it was sort of panned. It was a box office bomb. And it didn't get the most awesome reviews at the time either. But since then, it's become a cult classic and hailed as a science fiction masterpiece. It's funny how the years can change opinions about a certain movie. Yeah, that one too, Scott. $20.49 is pretty long. Seems like so many movies now are like 2.5 hours long. When did this become a thing? I think an hour and 45 minutes is a good length for a movie. An hour and a half is like a nice quick film. It's a hamburger place, Romachek. Apparently a very good hamburger place too, according to Johnny Strides. That's one of his favorite places. Hey, Prince Stubbs, how you doing? Fruity smell. Right, JD? Look at this, a random cat. Hello, cat. Just sort of hanging out. Is it a friendly cat? Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty. Is this a cat that will let you pet it? Hey, kitty. Come here. Come here, kitty. It is. It's a friendly cat. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, now it's attacking things on the sidewalk. What is it? It's going after its own tail or something. Hey, you dropped your pocket. What is up? Most of the time when I come across a cat in the city, just on the sidewalk or whatever, it always runs away like it's afraid of every human being. But this cat is the first one I've come across in a long time that actually let me pet it. A rare, friendly Toronto kitty. Someone is feeding the cat well, yeah. Kind of looked like it. Yeah, it could be a stray. It was awfully friendly, though. As long as it doesn't follow me. Yeah, it might belong to that store. I have seen that before. Around town, some stores will have a cat that just sort of hangs out inside. Kensington Market, I believe. I went into a place or two in there with a local resident cat. It just sort of hangs out on the counter. I'll just make sure the cat isn't following me. Nope, okay. That's how I ended up with one of my pet cats. This cat, George, that I had was a stray kitten that followed me and just kept following me, and I couldn't shake him. I'd pick him up and put him back where I found him and try and scurry away, but he would just follow me every time. And he was haggard and flea infested. So he obviously was not being taken care of. So I just ended up taking him home, and he became my pet cat George for the next 15 years. That was the last cat I had. I kind of prefer not having a pet, to be honest now. I haven't had one since I've lived in Toronto, and I kind of like it that way. Is that right, Romachek? Yeah. That's right, my very first YouTube video on my other channel was of my apartment back then and George. I think it was called Ken's Apartment and George the Cat. That's on my Ken Continues channel, which is my secondary channel. So you can find that on there. If you're just joining us, we are trekking east along Danforth Avenue. We started out at Riverdale Park East, which was very busy, and made our way up to Danforth through Greektown, and now we're walking along East Danforth. T-Dot, 15 years I had George. He was just a kitten when I found him. You're gonna get another Great Dane, are you? Yeah, the bummer thing about those large dog breeds is they don't live very long, right?
Well, wait. So
That's always a sad thing to contend with. 10 or 12 years. But I guess you just make the best of it and enjoy the time you have. Yeah, George was my North Bay cat, that's right. Sunset Grill, A&W. That used to be a cool diner, but now it's an A&W. Not sure how far east I'll go. I'm thinking maybe for another hour at least, maybe a bit more than that. The street just goes on forever. And the good thing is, when I am finished, there will be a subway station somewhere along the way that I can easily hop into to head back downtown. Lickety split. I'm not sure, Romachek. I haven't actually gone in and found out, you know. Anters was born in North Bay. Well, that's unexpected, but kind of cool. I wasn't even born in North Bay. I was born in southern Ontario, but then I ended up moving there when I was a kid. Mimi's Convenience and dollar discount. Yeah, very pleasant day. I kind of stayed inside all day, avoiding the sun. But I figured by 7:30 be close enough to sunset for me to come out and stream. No, not going to walk back downtown in this one, Alan. I'm not sure if this is opening or if it's already been closed. What do you think? Coming soon or gone out of business? I think the screen, my camera makes it look brighter than it really is though. It looks darker outside here in the real world than it does on my phone. And about 10 years ago, I went to Cornwall a bunch of times. Back and forth on the megabus because my girlfriend at the time was going to college there in Cornwall. She's from Toronto, but she moved there for her course, and I had to sit on that megabus. It's a long ride from Toronto to Cornwall. I got pretty familiar with the place anyway. Walked all over, saw everything there was to see. That was before I was doing any YouTube stuff, so no videos of Cornwall. Yeah, sort of right, Devin. That's why I was wondering. Here's another barber shop. Look better, feel better. It's like, come and get your hair cut here and you'll look like one of these people. That's right. You want to look like the Hulkster? You want to look like the Rock? Your haircut there, and that will be the result. And you'll get buff too somehow. Am I going to Cornwall next week? No, I haven't been since she moved back to Toronto. So I think the last time I was in Cornwall was probably about 10 years ago. Oh, giggles, yeah, there's a subway line running for miles beyond here, all the way to Scarborough, and then the RT goes further into Scarborough from there, which is out of commission right now because it derailed recently, but it's another rapid transit line. And there's also GO trains that you can take all across the entire region, well beyond Toronto. All right, Maroof. What's your record store called? If I'm ever in Cornwall again, I'll drop in. Let's check out the sunset status. I smell skunk. I'm not getting some funky colors though. Bud's Records in Cornwall. Thank you. So anyone in Ontario or any neighboring states or provinces, if you're ever in Cornwall in Eastern Ontario, check out Bud's Records. Universal diapers. I found my nirvana. Charmin's proper pies. They must be good if they're proper. I wouldn't want an improper pie. Keep that stuff away from me. Another barber shop. Lots of barber shops along here. In the wilds of the East Danforth. Proper pies sounds sort of like Grey Poupon. You love pecan pie? Pecan pie, pecan pie. For some reason I just had a flashback to When Harry Met Sally. I don't know if anyone remembers that movie, but there was a whole scene where they're talking about pecan pie for some reason. Hey Jeanette, have a good night. Get some quality sleep, and thank you for all your support, and I'll see you next time. And Woodbine Avenue. How is the Uber Eats economy in Toronto? Well, I'd say it's probably thriving. There are delivery people on every street corner, on every sidewalk. There's one right there. All zipping around the city with their e-bikes and giant delivery backpacks. You have to dodge them on the sidewalk. Scott, yeah, for sure. I like that song. I haven't heard it in a long time though. I might have to listen to both of those songs later on. It's probably been a good 10 years since I've last heard them. It's a coffee time. You don't see too many coffee times anymore. I'm getting foot clamped. Do I like Husker Du? Oh yeah, I mean I've listened to quite a lot of them back in the day. It's been a long time also. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Linda Ray Kay. And the Replacements. Now you're making me think of all these bands that I liked from way back when. JD, no, I haven't heard about the Paddy Festival. When is that happening? Has it already happened? Aaron Hockey remembers that sketch. I remember Urge Overkill, yep. Thanks, Chatty Cathy. Of course, you can't leave out Sonic Youth if you're talking about music from that era and that style, that genre. Dinosaur Jr. Even early Sloan, like their first album, the Smeared album. Scott Briggs. I do have them with me. They're not on right now though, but if I wanted to wear my sunglasses at night, I could. Yeah, most definitely Chris Mills. They totally changed their sound after their first album, but I still thought they were awesome. I wasn't locked into any particular genre. Pretty much dark now. You can't even see the skyline down there. Yeah, Romachek. That was the sound the record companies wanted at the time, so they just gave them what they wanted. I'm sure that was the sound that they kind of liked themselves at the time too, right? But after that, things changed and they changed, and they didn't think it would be honest to continue sounding like a band that they weren't really, you know, like that anymore. They had changed and evolved. We're still trekking east along the Danforth. The street that never ends. I'm gonna have to go with ZZ Top. I guess we got a few lines of latitude on you, Robert Parker. Takes a bit longer for things to get dark here. But I was saying earlier, it looks darker out in real life than it does on my phone, so you're seeing something that is not quite accurate in the stream. It looks darker than that. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, yeah, that is a classic album. And Stevie Nicks just played a show here in Toronto recently. JD, I heard all those stories back in the day. Apparently she was at the show that the Rolling Stones did at the El Macombo, that surprise show where they were billed as the Cockroaches, and it turns out the Stones were the Cockroaches, and apparently Margaret Trudeau was at that show. I don't doubt that her and Mick probably hooked up. It's not so hard to believe. Thanks, Advisorit. Yeah, I'm having a nice time strolling along the Danforth. And here's Main Street. We're getting pretty far east now. Main Station. Hello, my Russian friend. Is this Sergey? Romachek, it's still open. That building is going to be redeveloped eventually, but as for now, everything is still open and operating there. It's good to see you too. Yeah, we walked past there earlier. You dropped your pocket, and a band called, what was it? Goth Babe. Yeah, Goth Babe was playing there tonight. So this far eastern part of the Danforth can be a bit sketchy. You often hear about nasty things happening along this stretch of the Danforth, usually late at night, but sometimes in the daytime. So I'm just going to be a little more observant of who I might be walking past as I continue along here. I like the Stone Temple Pilots, yeah. I think they kind of got a bad rap. They got sort of unfairly criticized, I think. Like they were trying to join the bandwagon of grunge music at the time, trying to sound like Pearl Jam and all that. I don't think so at all. I think Scott Weiland has his own awesome voice that's completely different from Eddie Vedder, just because one or two songs sounded similar. Actually, I like Stone Temple Pilots better than Pearl Jam. That's just my opinion. And Robert Parker, $10. First time and most likely not the last one live with the Ken Continuum. Thank you for an entertaining evening. And you're very welcome, Robert, and thank you for the super chat. I'm glad you're able to catch a live stream live and in action. That's right, they weren't even grunge, right? They just sort of got lumped in with other bands that were popular at the time. And I think Scott Weiland's last interview was in Toronto. They played a show at the Adelaide Music Hall, I think, in Toronto, and then just a couple days later is when he died. They were back in the States again, touring, and he died. So I think his last interview was in Toronto with a local radio station, and it's on YouTube. But it's really depressing, because you can tell he's totally out of it in that interview. It's kind of sad to see, actually. He died of an overdose. There's Dawes Road. This street doesn't have the best reputation. Hello. Comedy bar. Live comedy shows, 7 nights a week.
I just seen on joke board. They're watching right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, tell them I said hello. Okay. Yeah. That was awesome. I guess there were no stand-up comedians doing their thing at the time because they were watching my live stream. I guess I can just say hello right in the chat if they're watching. Hello! I hope you're enjoying the stream. Hopefully some good comedy will come your way soon. Better than my feeble attempts here as I walk along making lame jokes. Famous, yeah, right. Well, I was on the CBC Toronto News one time. Does that count? Hello! Woo, 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 woo. Now, Giggles, I was interviewed on the news about my video that I made. I caught an incident downtown in one of my walking videos, and I put it on YouTube, and then someone informed the media about my video, and then I got a call from CBC Toronto. They wanted to interview me, so I went and met up with a reporter and a cameraman and did an interview, and then they put it on the news and talked about my YouTube channel a bit. They plugged my channel so that was cool. They showed my YouTube name and everything. Yep, it was pretty neat. Hey, Jane DeJaren, $10. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for the super chat. You're on a date, but thought you'd pop in, and hope everyone's having a great night. Thank you very much, Jane. I hope your date is going well and your support is awesome. Hey, Wayne Cito, have a good night. Thank you for dropping by. Did I say Jane? I meant Janie. I keep making that mistake. Janie. See if my power bank is about ready to do its thing here. I'm at 22% battery. Might be time to plug this thing in. Favorite pepper? I don't know if I have a favorite pepper. I guess green. I prefer green over red. And I think we're coming into Little Bangladesh here. This stretch here is known for its Bengali community, and nearby Crescent Town, a large cluster of high-rise apartment buildings. A very large Bengali community. It's been a long time since I've been this far east on Danforth. So welcome to Little Bangladesh. Not only do we have a little India on Gerrard Street, but we have this as well. Hey, Joe Smith, have a good night. Thank you also for dropping by. Alan, I'm very close to 16K. I was only 50 subs away when I started the stream, so no doubt I'll be almost there by the end of the stream. So yeah, anyone who's watching who hasn't hit the sub button, by all means hit that subscribe button. Maybe I'll get to 16K. by late tonight or tomorrow, early tomorrow, who knows. Hit that subscribe and the like. It's pretty lively here. I remember the Gandharvas, yes. London, Ontario's finest band. Wow, this is quite the fascinating little area here. Last time I walked through here was during all the lockdowns, and it was in the daytime and it wasn't nearly this active. Maroof, yeah, that's always been the case. You've always needed a permit to do busking, but people just started ignoring the rules and they just let it go for a long time. So now they're cracking down again. If you want to busk, you have to get a permit, and you're not supposed to use amplified noise, like no loudspeakers, no like sound systems, no megaphones. That specifically, I think, is being applied to the preachers, right? So I think it's a good thing. And a busking license is cheap. It's not expensive at all. It's only like $60 for a whole year, I think. So that's nothing for like an entire year, right? Janie's got a gun. Yeah, I remember that. I'm just gonna put this down for a sec. I've been waiting for a spot I can put my gimbal down to plug in my power bank, but there's not a bench to be seen anywhere along here. Oh. All right.
Adrian, quick! Adrian! Hey, faster!
Used to have to audition. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's still the case. It might be for busking in the subway. Maybe they have higher standards for a more captive audience or something. Hey, Jay Smith, how you doing? We're walking through Little Bangladesh here on the far eastern Danforth. We're almost in Scarborough now, actually. Victoria Park Avenue is not too much further ahead. Hey, Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Carl Roth, yeah, I am ready for my North Bay visit. It's coming up very soon. This feels uncharted, yeah. It's been 2 or 3 years since the last time I walked through here on the channel. Since before I started doing live streams, I think. Hey, look, it's Victoria Park Ave. Hey, Arifa Hassan, hello. So this is where you cross over into Scarborough. Once I'm on the other side of the intersection, I will be officially in Scarborough. And here we are. It's been a long time since I've walked to Scarborough.
It's coming in 5 minutes, and it's at the school area. Bro, I don't think you'll make it.
Hey, Zach Thong, hello.
Wait, was this?
This is kind of a fascinating area here.
So where do I go? Oh, it's serious. Hassan, you
Hey, Zusine watching from the Netherlands. Hey. Welcome back. Yeah, is that right? About North Bay? Yeah, I guess I'll find out in a few days. I plan to do at least one live stream from North Bay, so keep an eye out for that. You remember that theme song, McDaniels? Kind of a cheesy song, if I recall. I think it was like, North Bay, gateway to the north, you are my home.
I'm not gonna buy the first.
So this area here is called Crescent Town. It's just a huge cluster of giant apartment buildings. And a lot of the Bengali community lives in all of these big apartment buildings here. So I could see how they'd like to get out of these buildings and go onto Danforth Avenue where all the shops and restaurants are and just socialize, have a sense of community, you know? But the Victoria Park subway station is just over here. All of these buildings, I think, were built in the late 1960s. And I think when this area was brand new, all these buildings were just recently completed, one of the first residents of Crescent Town was Kiefer Sutherland when he was a child. Kind of a fun little fact about Crescent Town. Yeah, I've been to every part of Toronto. I live in Moss Park. I mean, that's considered the sketchiest neighborhood probably in the whole city, so Crescent Town doesn't really faze me that much. Hey, Brad 2023. Park Kent? Noble costs, right? There's some of the towers over there. All around, really. Just towers all around us. Hey, Robert Parker, thank you. That's right, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, hit all the buttons. I will continue to bring you these fun walks around Toronto. Even into Scarborough. I think the subway station that has the worst reputation in terms of incidents taking place is probably Kennedy Station. So that's east of here, further into Scarborough. You don't hear about a lot of things happening at Victoria Park Station right here. If Toronto had shad flies. Toronto has midges, those little tiny bugs that swarm around like dust in the air. Kind of more annoying than shad flies in a way, except they don't stink. I guess shad flies are stinky and crunchy when they die. But midges get all over you. They get in your mouth, in your nose, in your eyes. Marie Palmer knows what I'm talking about. North Bay just had its shadfly invasion recently. Thankfully it's over now, so when I'm there soon, I won't have to deal with all that. Maybe we'll see a subway. Subway's elevated along this stretch. And You Dropped Your Pocket also knows all about the shadflies. There goes a train. So I'm going to be getting on one of those soon, heading back downtown. Yeah, I think Johnny is having a great time, and he's going to show us lots of cool stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to his next stream and his next destination after he leaves Paris. So here's Victoria Park Station, lots of buses. This is Crescent Town. Any New Yorkers would probably know about Co-op City in the Bronx, right? I think this is sort of like Toronto's version of that. Big cluster of high-rise apartments, sort of a self-contained community. Devi, this is Crescent Town in Scarborough, or right on the border between Scarborough and York. East York, I should say. There's a train passing over. So those buildings over there are in East York. But on this side is Scarborough. But I think I'm going to wrap up here because the next subway station is a pretty long haul to the east. So I think this will be as far east as I'll go. Didn't quite make it the 2.5 hours, but hey, close enough, right? So thank you all. I hope you enjoyed the walk on this very nice, pleasant Friday evening. We started at Riverdale Park East, made our way up to Danforth, and then walked all the way along Danforth through Greektown and a few other neighborhoods along the way. Got a look at Little Bangladesh, which I hadn't been to in a few years. That was kind of cool. So thank you all for being awesome tonight, and thank you to the mods for also being awesome. The mod squad doing it up all proper like. And thank you to everyone who supported the channel with your super chats, super stickers, any PayPal donations. I appreciate it very, very much. And it definitely helps the channel. And of course, I'll be streaming again in the next couple of days. Keep an eye out for that. And then after that, my next stream will be in North Bay. So I hope you all can catch that. And that'll be with Megan. And like, share, and subscribe, of course. Until next time, you have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all again soon, and I'll be premiering a video on my channel. Hope you can catch that too. All right, everyone. I'm going to hop on a train here and head back downtown. See you next time. Subscribe. Almost at 16K. Subscribe.